Hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of Slay the Princess. We left off kind of coming to the conclusion that she's fractured, she's all over the place. We're gonna put her back together, maybe? No idea who the narrator is whatsoever or how he fits into this, but he seems like a bad guy to me. He is not being forthcoming or honest, and I don't trust it. Don't trust it. What else? I genuinely lost my train of thought. All right, let's just load the game. Just load the game.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Now, if you watched the first part, you'll know we never tried to kill her, not once, so far. And I don't know, let's see if we're eventually gonna have to, I'm assuming. Okay, so this is a fresh start for us. We just last talked with the princess, or whatever the princess is supposed to be. And she restarted everything for us, so now we have our new path to get our new perspective. So these are all the questions we haven't asked yet. So the end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Well, I guess we have asked these, but there's still paths to go with them. Okay, killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? I also think depending on how we answer, we're getting the additional voices, like the voice of the hero and the contrarian and so on. Okay, the skeptic is my favorite so far. So many questions. So we've silently walked to the cabin. We haven't done this. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Now, if this is sarcasm, I love it. Love it. So let's just, yeah, let's, it's a, hold on though, it's not a response. Do I actually say that? I wonder what kind of voice I would get for that. Gosh, there's so many. We have 4 endings that we could get, or like we'll get 1 of 4, but there's a lot of replayability here, clearly. Well, we can do both of these things because this is an action, right? So do I get some sort of reward for this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
What? You're not going to tell me what it is? Okay. I mean, it's not like it needs to be a surprise, does it? I mean, we can ask more things. We've already asked a lot of these, though, so killing the princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? These don't align with what I just said, so we're just gonna do this one.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
I was
You make your way up the short
thinking
path
it was
to the
sarcasm.
cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Wait a minute. This is not what he usually says. It's already changed. Because I thanked him? Because I complimented him?
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will
This is the
cheat,
same.
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from
Gosh.
slaying her.
If it's exactly the
believe a
same
word she says.
and I'm totally wrong, wow. But I mean, I've watched this a few times. I'm hoping that I am right. Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Having a hard time listening to these all over again, so I might start skipping them. Heads up. We are gonna take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Sure.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice carries up the stairs.
What'd she say this time? It's always different.
Who's there?
Wait, didn't she?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay, so here we can do something different. Let's be ridiculous. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Oh, she does not give any fricks.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Shut up, man. Sick of your crap.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the bed. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I mean, yeah, I got the daggy. Okay, what? No way. Why would you even think that? That's a weird thing to say after saying... Okay. Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I haven't decided. I'm just here to talk. Okay, so, yeah, it wasn't a joke. I'm just here to talk. Or we can step forward. These are all things we haven't done. I really don't want to do the first one. It's so lame. It's so lame. So... I guess, yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
Okay, we
She
can
makes a compelling point.
do that.
What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked?
We already did.
Don't you dare.
Curious. I kind of wonder if I do it again, do I get the same result?
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do.
For
after we
science,
talk
I
to her.
guess.
Maybe she really is a monster. But killing
she
someone
might
in
try to
cold
kill
blood
me.
isn't very becoming of us.
Because I was gonna kill her. Like, I had the intention. Last time, I didn't have the intention. All right. We're gonna... For science.
The blade
gonna do it.
tumbles
We're gonna
out
talk to her
from
again.
Trembling hands and drops to the...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I do not trust this. I'm...
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay, so we've had this conversation, right? Yeah, how would I get you out of here? I can't remember exactly what I asked last time. I asked a relationship one, and this one. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? I don't know if I asked that.
Do you?
No, no. Honestly. Yeah, apparently. I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter. That's not a lie, technically. Like, it's not really...
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
Okay. Okay. Wait, so I can't tell... Oh, frick. Okay. And I still... I guess for science.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Yeah, she absolutely is. She is. We saw it.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Okay. She doesn't know that. Okay, so we talked.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Okay. We have a choice.
You know why you're here.
Yeah. So we did this. This is interesting. This seems like a really bad response. Like, gonna keep you locked away down here at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. This seems... No, that's not a good choice. That's not a good thing to do. It's like finding someone who's been kidnapped and just being like, you know what? I'm gonna take you back to my house and I'm gonna keep you there for a bit to make sure you can be released. Okay. I don't... we already did this. I just feel like we're gonna get the same outcome, which will not increase her perspective, right? So we need to do something different. So we're going to slay the princess. We're gonna finally try to slay the princess. I hate it. Here we go.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Yeah.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust
Yeah.
and deliver a catastrophic blow to your
Saw
jaw.
that coming.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
It's good. It's real good.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Voice of the hero. Give up. Flea locker in the basement. Okay, this is gonna be new. Let's just give up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
As internal bleeding sets in, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering to the ground uselessly. You lacked the will to finish the job, your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her.
Yeah.
The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you.
So, how come the blade didn't just get repelled when she touched it? That happened to us.
This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Hey, I gave up on
She
purpose.
plants her foot on
Oh,
your chest
shoot.
and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat.
Dang.
She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe, leaving you starved for breath.
Highly recommend headphones. Oh, it like gives my body chills.
Oh, it's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Okay.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Now, we didn't free her though, so does that... Oh, do we get to free her this time though? I see, we
You're
get a
on
chapter
path
2 if...
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so we get a chapter 2 if we don't free her, essentially. Otherwise, we get the weird ending with, you know, her and her. Words are hard, people. Words are so hard. Anyways, we're gonna go
You're
on.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so... she's going to kill me again. Proceeded cap. Are we losing options here or no? Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows?
Voice of
There's
the
nothing we
broken.
can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Okay, so let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Yeah, let's go ahead and...
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Yeah, go ahead and indulge.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Okay, I'm wondering, are we also different versions of ourselves? Like there's multiple, we're fractured as well. We're not just jumping from one to the other. We're actually just in a bunch of different spots. This is ridiculous.
Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless. She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Well, I mean, we're doing this all over again. It's like there are no consequences. I get a fresh start every freaking time.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Okay, see, I'm just like guessing what they're gonna say in the game next.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
This is a great conversation. I'm enjoying this.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants. It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up. I believe in you.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? Okay, all she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that in the world? Okay, to quote you from last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? That's a good question.
people locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate
This
things.
is not a normal... No, you're lying.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been
Who's
given
telling
to you.
you can't give me information? There's someone above you. I would like to speak to them. I'm Karening right now.
We're
Come
not. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
I know we got like total opposites.
I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
The voice acting is so good.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
For both, the princess too. Like, all the voice acting is great. Okay. So we can say that's all. Do we want to know anything else? I think that's pointless. Yeah, he's not gonna tell us. Oh, here we go. You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Unacceptable.
The less you know about her, the better.
Unacceptable. Okay, so
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
you're making it really hard for me to want to kill her. Like,
A warning
saying,
before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat.
yeah, we
lying.
know.
Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time.
Yeah. So that's true.
She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Man.
The interior of the cabin is
Whoa!
larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The mirror's back.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Yeah, we are tiny.
We don't feel small. We are small.
Okay. Oh, now we can, since he knows, we can talk about how the whole cabin is different. Let's do that.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Okay, so he's basically saying that we're not starting over, we're just like jumping from one to the next. Like our consciousness is just jumping on over to the next timeline or whatever, I don't know. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. You
Just
reach
really want
forward.
something different
We
to
should
happen.
count ourselves
Nothing.
lucky.
Nothing different happens.
Some
Okay,
things
let's
are
take
better.
the
You
blade.
take the blade from...
Enter the base. Wow. So grand.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice.
Okay.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Booming? Are we ready to hear this? I don't know if we are. Okay, ready?
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Oh my gosh, literally gives me chills.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was.
This is a love
now
story.
You want to go down there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view,
I forgot
and
we
you
were
tumble
small.
to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over
Wow.
you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
I am definitely setting her free. Look at her.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
She remembers.
You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
So she remembers. Okay, that is interesting. I didn't know
Drop
that.
it.
Oh my gosh, absolutely.
The blade slips from
Whatever
your
you
fingers
say.
and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I think we
And
did.
yet you did.
Yeah.
She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
I don't want to.
Kneel.
Okay.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
She's freaking horrifying. Like, come on.
That's my good little bird.
Okay, don't make
No.
it weird.
Why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
I didn't tell you that last time, though, I don't think. Remember? That's why you were mad at me.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. I'm 100% on board.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You
Yeah.
are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? Then you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
Can't you feel it?
He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay.
She's just
First
standing
things
there
first,
while we have
you're
this
going to have to
conversation in our
stuff
heads.
those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes
There's
of the
no way
situation
in
should be perfectly
frick.
clear to everyone now. If you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Okay. Okay. Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be. Okay, I have questions for you before I decide to do anything. What happened to you after I died? That's a good question. Okay. So... yeah.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Okay.
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
You know what? We kind of deserve this after how we treated her last time. We tried to kill her. You know, why would you put them as an equal? She's clearly paying us back here for our terrible crap. Okay, so all right, okay, I'm yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
You're freaking horrifying is what you are. Absolutely horrifying. Like Lilith vibes all over the place.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Okay.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
Yeah.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
I want to know what the broken says.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
What?
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just... Ah!
What in the heck?
Rise, my little bird.
Did she just kill the narrator? Is he gone?
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
What? She...
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
So we're in control of this world. And what happens then? I have to, it's over, I'm sorry. Break the
Her
chains.
chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
That's fine. Bring it on.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Okay. Okay, your obedient servant. Pledge your loyalty to your better. Nice. Okay, but you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Okay, of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror. Okay, so yeah, the mirror is clearly how we get from one reality to the next, right? And for some reason, we can't bring the other voices with us. Like, obviously, we're all part of the same entity, I guess. I don't know, but you can't take them from one body to the other. Only the core, I guess, which is us, whoever we are. So yeah, I'm gonna say this one.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
It's the truth, though.
This is what we all deserve, isn't
I don't want to lie to them. I lied last time because I didn't understand. But, I understand now. You approach the mirror. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. We've withered. Interesting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. We're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Okay. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? And you know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. Do you know what happens in the worlds we leave behind? Oh.
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Huh, okay.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I'm curious what she's gonna say to this.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me
Yeah, I wouldn't think
worse.
it would make you
Nor
worse.
does it make me care for you any less? Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
It's an interesting dynamic. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant. I have no opinion. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. I don't hate her. Which is true. This is true because I'm getting to know her more. She's far more honest than the narrator. And then... Sure, okay.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Ready to go back. Oh. But she wants us to go back. She doesn't feel done. I don't need to say this. I don't think she needs to hear it. Okay.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
All right, we died. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Okay. I wonder how many chapters there actually are.
You're on a path in the woods,
Like,
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I find it hard to believe you can get past a chapter 2. How would you do that? I need to know. Okay. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
I feel like I maybe make the rules and I just don't realize it. And then I don't know what the narrator did. He did some crap that's got me all confused in the head and it's got the princess all confused in the head. We don't know what the hell's going on. He knows. He knows. Okay.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Just slaying anyone in
If
general.
anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to
Wow.
society.
Okay, clearly guy has no bias opinions. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Okay, so it's just the same things. Anything else we haven't said? Oh, forget it, I'm not doing this. Go to the cabin.
You make your way up. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
So I'm gonna try to go down again without the knife because we keep going down with the knife. We only went down without the knife one time. I want to see if
The
there's
interior
other
of the cabin, the blade is your
options.
implement.
No mirror. Probably because it's only chapter 1. Okay, so we're just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
And so I think I understand maybe why she doesn't remember each time is because her memories and that all that stuff were staying in the long dark or wherever that was. Something quiet. I don't even remember now what the heck it's called.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
But we're continuing on. Okay.
Hello? Is someone there?
Ooh, she sounds so nice.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Yeah. Just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Okay, hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Nope, I'm just gonna, yeah.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, so, and if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
Oh, how
You
sweet.
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Okay, who locked
Is
us
someone
down
else here?
Okay. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Whatever.
Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a
Who's
slight
they?
panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh.
hesitates before raising her arm to her
My
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I need a second. Look at her face. Oh. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting this. Ugh. Wow.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you.
We have the knife.
Clang of bouncing metal. It's the
Oh,
blade
God.
from upstairs.
Give it to her.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike,
Dear
it's
God.
now.
So she can stop.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna free her. See, we don't even have a. Yeah, that's the only option.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged,
So
self-inflicted
uncomfortable.
wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't.
I wonder if the narrator's gonna try to stop us again, or if she's just gonna let it happen.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Yeah, this is insane.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high.
Shut up.
You can't just let her escape into the world. No.
I.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do
Yeah.
that. Watch me.
You jerk.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
This is different.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
This is what I saw in the trailer.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Oh my gosh, with this, you know?
For her sake. don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
I don't believe that.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
My goodness.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Wow.
Can't just end like this, right?
Oh.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Chapter 2. The damsel.
You're on a path in the
He's gonna
woods,
remember.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I don't want to say anything to him. We're
You're
just gonna
here to slay her.
silently walk to the cabin. Oops. You don't, it will be the end of the world. Okay, proceed to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go in, she will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Okay. You know, we should have seen that coming because she was like, you know, the sweet princess in the last.
Excuse me?
Oh no.
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time?
Dang
What
it.
are you talking
I thought
about?
we'd be able to get here without.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Okay, proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the
Okay.
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade. Nothing changes when we approach the mirror, so what we just won't. Do we take the blade this time? Yeah, probably. She's gonna remember, right? So it should be okay. But maybe we just... Ooh. I kind of want to go like a... Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Okay.
It will be difficult to... I suppose if we're
Whatever.
to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally
Okay,
dashing
perfect.
sword.
Thank you for the positive
That way she'll
spin.
know we can defend her from her enemies.
Yes, okay.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fear,
There's
right?
no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
But she should remember, because this is chapter 2, so I'm hoping. Let's just enter the basement. Forget the mirror. It just disappeared. Weird.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes, it is I.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I mean, I've seen many sides of
You
her.
walk down the stairs and
Still
lock
for
eyes
it.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Ah,
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
maybe.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Yeah.
Well, she killed us.
But because of him,
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense.
Yeah.
Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
now, we don't know that he's telling the truth, right? Like, we don't know. He's saying that it's multiple worlds and we're just killing all these worlds. But that might not be the case.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We don't know that he's telling the truth.
We never saw a world end.
Yeah.
And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Okay, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that? Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for it the last time. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end a world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Okay, do we want to tell her? Really didn't care for it. We can just straight up rescue her. We don't have to say anything. Let's just rescue her, right? Or should we tell her?
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She
Good
doesn't.
question.
There's no one else like me.
Who are you?
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Okay. Rescue. Do I want to ask this? No, it's offensive.
rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
Shut your face.
And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts.
What are the facts, though?
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
We have literally no evidence of any of the claims. Who knows?
One
what's
of us
going
has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, you'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I would.
Yeah.
I'd listen to him if I were you. There's a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
Well,
We're doomed.
could have avoided that whole gnawing off your hand situation.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and
This is
smothers
crazy.
you in a joyful embrace. Ugh, are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do? We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. Okay. Well, hold on.
Let me guess. End the world?
Shut your face.
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Okay. Whoa. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Okay.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let
This
your
is-
blade tumble uselessly to the floor.
Just so
And with
happy-go-lucky.
it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about
Oh, this is funny.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Yeah, I figured.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Gosh, jerk.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Yeah.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Oh, what's he gonna do?
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Didn't just meet her.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think I can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. Got this. Open the door by yourself. Yeah, let's do it together. This is a love story. Okay,
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love,
Oh my gosh.
you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Well, does it open or what?
And
Yeah.
lock clicks and the door
Amazing. Okay.
cracks open. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Sucks to suck, narrator. Okay.
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Sorry, I'm also grocery shopping. Okay.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
This is amazing.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Romantic haze. Your love will set you free.
A happy ending at last.
Why does it sound not happy?
We did it. What should we do now?
It's like we're getting swept
Where
into
did
the...
everything go?
But she's with us this time.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
She's not going to turn into a mirror this time?
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh. There she goes. Where's the mirror? Okay. You don't get a chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did... Is that a... mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Okay. It's gonna be okay, trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. I don't know what to say. The hero always is with me, just it's not the same one. I don't want to scare him.
bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yeah.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. Okay. Well, I don't want to lie to him.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
I'm
Do it
sorry.
then. End us all before I die of a broken
Yeah,
heart.
it has to be. It has to be. I am so sorry. It's heartbreaking every time. The only one I have every time is the hero for sure. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone again. Yeah. The remains we've unraveled. Okay. The long quiet. That's what the long quiet. like a normal princess this time? What? No, her eyes
There's
are covered.
a world
Yeah.
beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? That's a good question.
If I did, I would already be awake.
Okay. Yeah. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. And when I find him, I'm going to kill him, but you're going to keep that to... He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Okay, He does, I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. I guess this one.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it.
Yeah.
If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay. Are we ready to go back? How many more? How many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Okay, so our choices really don't matter because she's just going to end up getting them all anyway. She's going to unite. Very freaking cool. Okay. My Instacart person could like not find any of the things I asked for, and I'm very sad. Okay. Let's go back. We got one more.
Next time I see you,
Got one more, and then we
each
get our
of us
ending.
will finally know what we are.
Wow. Okay. I'm excited.
I will be here, waiting for you.
That last one was so happy. I don't know how this other one's gonna go. Okay, so back to the beginning.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Yeah. Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale. The blade
Okay,
is your
same
implement.
stuff. We'll take the blade this time.
You take the blade from
Into the basement.
the door. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Okay. Just checking in. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
We're gonna drop it.
The blade, Tom.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Okay, yeah.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the prince. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here.
Yeah.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay.
Do you?
But I really can't tell her about the... Remain silent.
I see. The silent treatment. You know, if you don't share with me, well, I'm not going to share with you.
Okay. How would I get you out of here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust.
Whatever, man.
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a... Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Okay.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
We haven't done this one. Okay.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Look at her face. I knew it wasn't gonna go down well, and it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have gone down well.
Leaving her alive is too risky.
It's
If you
messed
don't deal with her
up.
soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't,
Oh.
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Okay.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's...
Okay. Well, we just need to bring him back. So let's. Sucker.
Good. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Yeah, me too.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever
Yeah.
locked the princess
Whatever, we'll
away
go do
down
it
there
anyway, though.
intended-
Okay.
I'll be here.
Yep. The door's
You
gonna
attempt
shut.
to make your way out
Yep.
of the basement. Is someone else here?
Okay. Let's do this one.
Your shouts and plead. You're here to slay the prince.
Turn to the bottom of the
You
stairs.
make your way back to the... Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They
They
locked
sure
you down here too,
did.
didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
All right.
You won't like what happens if you do.
Yeah, oh, shoot. Okay. All right.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
On my dagger.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed, and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again.
I didn't go through with
each
it
blow
last time,
stronger than
so.
the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, Princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Okay.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess.
I hate this.
You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can
This
at least make
must
sure
be
she
done.
won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel
Man.
your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the
Holy
floor.
crap.
this was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have the time to worry over her words.
I'm glad I waited to slay her. I feel like this was the perfect, last vessel. Right? I think so.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hey, the adversary.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
We know this spiel. All right, let's go ahead. Proceed.
A warning.
Yeah.
She will lie.
Yep.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all.
Voice of the
Not that it
stubborn.
matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Ooh. Okay, so it's just based off of our previous ending, what we get the next voice on. How we reacted.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Unacceptable.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Oh, man.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination.
There are wood planks on the
only
ground, but
furniture of note is a black iron altar
this is
with a
stone?
pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What haven't we done? We want to take the blade or we want to not take the blade? Well, if we don't take the blade, she's going to try to gnaw our freaking hand off again. I feel like we need to
Take the
kill
blade
her
from
again.
the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Right? She's gonna remember this. She's gonna remember it. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be real weird.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Nice. Instacart gave me a $10 credit because like 70% of the items I asked for, they did not have at the store.
Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Okay, here we go. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
And see, she always says ages, so it's like, how long has she actually been waiting here for us to return? Like,
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
yeah, I mean,
Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head.
this is
You need to stay
amazing.
focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her
She's
wrist
got
to the
horns.
basement wall.
That's cool.
Looks like she could
And a
rip those
tail.
chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Yeah, that is pretty neat, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife, too.
Look at that smile.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Okay. You look different. Can I actually do that? Can I free this version of her? I would like to do that. Yeah, let's do. I'm actually here for you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Like how we're both still alive. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay,
You look exactly the same.
okay, well that hurt.
Alright, fine. If you're not going to address it,
It's
I
painful.
will. What? You've already met the princess. The
Oh, yeah.
princess has already met you.
Yeah.
The two of you killed each other. Did you think you'd be able to just openly talk about all that without me noticing?
I forgot about you entirely. Entirely.
Maybe. You did seem to just gloss over the whole thing for a while. Of course I glossed over it. When a colleague says something insane, glossing over it is one of the best ways to stay focused and keep moving forward. Enough is enough. I believe you.
It's not wrong.
That's all
yeah.
the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
You know what I forgot to do? Turn on the porch light. Hold on. Okay.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Okay. Just because it bothers you, I'm gonna take this even less seriously. You don't know the depths of my... Okay. You don't know what you're talking about. I've never died. Do you see how alive I am right now? Would someone as alive as me already have died? I don't think so. Okay. Don't worry. I'm gonna do a good job. You got me. Pretty much everything you said is true. Okay.
I know. You and the princess have been talking about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so snarky.
Okay, so I'm actually here to free you. I haven't decided when to attack. Oh, now we can turn around and leave without saying anything. That was added. Okay, so you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life.
Okay, they had to
So,
sneak
why
something
don't
like
we
that
do it
in there.
again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Do we want to just fight her then? We just fight her? I haven't decided what I'm doing. Let's see what
You
she thinks.
haven't decided? We talked more than enough last time. Do you really have anything else to say? Or are you just stalling because you're scared I'm going to kill you?
I know.
If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you should come a little closer first.
Okay, well, that's a threat. Look. I'm not gonna. Let's see.
Free her? You want?
Who says I want to be free?
Okay. What?
Yeah, I'm fine right where I am.
Okay, so
Okay, hold on. Did you hear that? Maybe we don't have to do anything. If she's fine where she is,
Oh.
maybe...
just
But
leave.
you're going to have to fight me to the death.
Why?
Never mind. There is no happy ending where everyone makes it out of this place alive. You either deal with her here, right now, or she'll eventually find her way out.
Listen,
Whether she did that,
she's a demon lady.
him and her, that should be all the motivation you need. Now stop standing there. No, stop standing there and slay her.
Fight.
You're being a bit semantic, aren't you? I am, but it's an important distinction. If you're going to see this through, you need to hold the right intent. This isn't a sparring match. It is a lethal confrontation that will decide the future of everything.
Fine. As long as it leads to a fight, do whatever he just said.
Okay. Do I need to know anything more? I feel like I've got this all put together, but let's see.
What is there to unpack?
I
I
was-
was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpack. Don't you get it? We've been given free reign to wail on each other. Forever.
That's a weird way of looking at it.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
But this is the perception that we're taking back. Attempt to free the princess. She will kill us. Okay, let's fight.
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself head. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll make it count all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. She's unfazed
man.
by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact. She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Uh-oh.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
Oh.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
I see. She's calling us out.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
I genuinely have no idea if they put something in here where we could win. Bait an opening and outmaneuver her. Strike at the heart head on. So this is what she wants. Oh, do I want to do that? Why is this difficult? Ooh. This is what she wants. But it's good. She's gonna see it coming and it's gonna get us killed. Let's, ooh, frick it. Sorry, lady. No. Nope. I'm listening to
your
her.
plan, then?
I'm listening to her.
That's your plan.
That was difficult.
Push off the ground. You can feel
See, I
flesh
saw that
give way
coming.
before a sudden impact blunts. Pull it out. We'll try.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
Oh
We're
my
not gonna
gosh.
win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens.
Yeah,
as
this
the
is
two
what
of
she
you
wants.
push against each other. Her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically
Yeah,
lighting
this
up
is-
the dreary cave.
This is something.
Yes, you finally get it.
I get
don't
it.
you?
I know what you want. I do. All right.
Dying and coming back, clashing against each other over the fate of everything. Forever.
Did she just admit out loud that she's gonna end the world if she gets out of here? She most certainly did. I hope you've made a mental note of that, hero. There's no more room for doubt.
I feel like this is trying, like, good and evil, right? They belong together. It was meant to be. Like, is that the message here? Like, what's the point of life if we just keep getting along or whatever? Or, like, you know, we don't try to kill each other?
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win, even if it takes us forever to get there.
Your
This
balance
is
is suddenly
crazy.
thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
We're fine.
You barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows
Are we
up
gonna get another
and smashes
chapter?
her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens
'Cause she's
from the
very
impact,
much still alive.
the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
Wow.
You forgot this.
Wow, she just gave it back. Serious confidence.
She tosses it at your feet.
Aren't you jumping the gun a little here? We each died once. That doesn't mean we're immortal. Okay. Were you being metaphorical when you said that nothing exists outside of us? There's more to the world than just this cabin. I saw trees and everything on my way here. Actually, I think I'm done fighting you. I don't think this is healthy for either of us. Pick up the blade and attack her again. I don't think she's being metaphorical. We're like the creators of life or some crap, right? Okay, pick up the blade and attack her again. Right? Well, we can still... Let's ask.
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling.
Whoa,
That
sorry.
it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You
Okay.
feel it too, right?
Yes, the two of us are a chorus of notes building on top of each other forever. The song we write in our blood will be the most beautiful music ever written. How can I not choose that? Absolutely.
Great. It seems like both you and the princess have bought into some sort of shared delusion. Just make sure that whatever you're using for that song written in blood is mostly hers.
Whatever, man. It's gonna be at equal parts.
I'm sorry, are you crying?
This is fabulous.
Is she crying?
Oh my gosh.
Are you two not?
That was some goddamn poetry.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, let's fight.
the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead?
Oh, yeah.
Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over. No, it's not. We're just getting started. But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Wait.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me?
Get up right now.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive. Ah! I told you this wasn't over. What about her? The blade went right through her heart. What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
Ooh.
She's dead. She has to be... No!
Oh my gosh, yes, we are in charge. We're in control of all of it.
Right. We're all shit out
This
of luck.
is a love story.
I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
Oh my
She pulls the weapon
gosh.
from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything. Nothing. It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that.
Okay.
I did say it, so it means something.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world. And what is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. Why the bloody hell not? Right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
Okay, the princess can't die, the princess can't die. You mean like the princess can't die, don't you? Well, it's too late for that. I think we've all thought that once. Not going to say the princess can't die. I'm not even going to think it. Lie. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's just... That which cannot die cannot die.
Like, the princess can't die. I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it? Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
But I think it was the stubborn one who said, your destiny awaits, right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her.
And what exactly can't we leave her down here?
Because all it would do is stall the inevitable.
And what's wrong with stalling?
Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on.
Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this?
Because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moment arguing with you. It's time. Yes, I suppose it is.
If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
All right.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck,
Oh
grinding
my
against
gosh.
her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage. And then we get up. Yes. And then you get up.
Just gonna do this forever.
That was a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment.
Okay.
And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Cool. Cool.
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
Uh-oh.
What is this place?
The long quiet.
We do this.
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Princess stumbles and her body
I feel
slumps.
so tired.
There she goes. Okay. The moment we've been waiting for. It's time to leave.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a...
Ugh. It's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Trust me, we've been here before. Let's just approach the mirror. Just say nothing. Sorry, guys. What's in there? Nothing. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. Your reflection, your gaze, and then you see it, a figure faint. It's a raven, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Okay, I don't know why I didn't read any of that to you. Okay. So then in another crack forms and another and another. Turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you someone like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. It will help if I look away or stop. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Okay, Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks. Okay, wow. There's a lot of questions here. So, what do we want to do with him? I don't like him. I think he's wrong. We've got the ability to ask him some questions though, so I guess what are you?
I'm nothing like you.
Okay.
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
All the other voices. Ooh, jeez. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, others like you've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Okay.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Are you a part of me? Are you something else?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
Okay.
And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
I'm not getting rid of death. Death is necessary. For all this. Okay. No, he seems like he's lost his. You said she contains death. What is she? We just heard she was death herself. If you made me, then what am I? So you do know about the looping. So many of times I met you, you denied it was even a possibility. Why'd you lie to me? What is the princess? Did you make her too?
You're the long quiet.
Oh,
the god I made to rid the world of death.
You made us specifically to rid the world of death. So then the people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? Why would you want to rid the world of death? Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times. Destroy the mirror. I don't really care about his reasoning for wanting to rid the world of death, but I do want to know more about what we are. We don't have a whole lot of questions.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. but an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Huh. Okay. If you made us, then I want you to know this has been torture. Okay, do you know that things won't just be worse if I destroy her? Does anyone else know about this? A god. I always knew I was special. Okay. Oh, shoot. There's so many freaking questions. Why couldn't you have told me all this from the start? I would have helped you destroy it. That's not true, though. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? So you do know about the looping. Okay, are you a god or were you?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal. A witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something, so I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
Okay. Sorry, there's so many of these. Why did you make her a princess? Good question. Oh, of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leaves this place? Does that work? Can't we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? The people out there beyond the walls... Oh, do they know about this?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion.
I mean, it just...
Until then, the clock ticks on.
I think that's necessary. So if you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, how is that existence any better than death or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Okay, I think I've got my answers. If I just... Okay. You're delusional.
I'm only delusional if I'm wrong. And I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
I think you're wrong. Okay. Yeah, let's just break the mirror. I'm over it. I have no more questions. I get it. Bye. I've heard enough. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Long Quiet, all of this is you. Okay. So, proceed to the cabin one last time. Fierce vessel, bring the adversary to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Okay. There she is. Because we gave her the 4 or so vessels she needed. I don't remember how many.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Look at her, yeah.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Yeah, so we were made for each other. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm long quiet, but I don't really know what that means. That's fine. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
Yeah.
So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Okay, so there's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have to say in all this, why is this all falling on me? Oh, don't you have to say? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions. I don't have any questions. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked? Okay, there has to be another way. This can't come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. Slay the princess. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. I want to leave. I don't want to slay her. I just want to. He created us. I just want to live my life.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Okay. Free me? Free me. Do it. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation and limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
Yeah, this is so much better than what was going on. It's like life is growing. It's like growing grass? Yeah, it's like the growing of grass. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Step into it. I mean, she just made fun of us for asking what happens now. Let's just go. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contained 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware just as you have always been and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. All right, Tony Howard and Abby Howard. Wow. Awesome. Awesome game. Loved that. Obviously, I was going to do this in more parts, but I only did it in 2. So, yeah. That was fantastic. Highly recommend. There are 4 endings. That was just one of them. I'll probably play again for sure. But I probably won't record it just because, you know, you guys need to get out there and try it yourselves because it was really good. Really good. Our song, Finish the Game. The good ending doesn't count. Okay, the good ending doesn't count. And apparently I got the good ending. So, yeah, it wants. Oh, look at that. What other game? Let's see what their other game is. Scarlet Hollow. I've heard of this. Is this on sale? It is on sale. Guess what? I'm totally gonna buy that. This was fantastic, so I'm gonna play that one too. Anyways, thanks for watching. That was a really good time. I hope you play it yourself, because yeah, it was fantastic. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Thank you for watching. Until next time, which will probably be Scarlet Hollow. Okay.